I think that was the first time I've ever been called Aloha Samaj, but that's good. For thousands of years, man has observed the sky. The sun, it warms and it gives life. We all bask in its glow, and even the plants grow and follow its course through the sky. Moon will rise as a bright light in the darkness. It appears to watch over us constantly as we're walking. And the stars, they are magnificent in beauty and their infinite number. They provide guideposts to help travelers find their way. It had been believed that the earth was the center of the universe, and the sun and the stars revolved around it. Then a few hundred years ago, Galileo had presented the theory that the sun was the center of our solar system, and the earth as well, and all the other planets revolved around it. Now, Sue, the wonderful bride. I'm supposed to tell you about Mark, but I do not know what to say about him that you don't already know. But I can pass on some observations and perhaps some insight that I have gleaned from the 25 years plus that I have been knowing him. Now, as a young man, I would ponder these theories about celestial bodies, the sun, the moon, and the stars. And when I had met Mark, I must say that he set me straight on the matter. For according to Mark, the sun actually rises and sets out of his butt. Because Mark is a celestial body, according to him, and his godlike stature is very center of the universe. Now, albeit he never explicitly stated nor verbally described himself like this, as it would be rather ungodlike. Rather, it was more and less implied, inferred, per se. It would be evidenced by the way he would refer to himself in third person, such as Marky like, or Marky don't like, or that's not how Mark does it. Statements like these, peppered with adjectives and pronouns such as awesome, great one, or simply I am awesome, have helped me to form my opinions. Now, it has been argued that we're all celestial bodies interacting with one another in this universe. And in Mark's defense, his tendencies towards grandeur are not unique to him. I believe he is merely displaying the traits to a common male ailment or condition. Symptoms of this ailment often include, I'm just saying, it's because he's a guy. That's really it. One of the traits is an obsessiveness about appearance. It is a well-known fact that the male peacock is much more colorful and vibrant than the females of their species. The same with robins and cardinals. And Sue, you've got yourself quite the peacock. From an early age, Mark was concerned about his plumage. You see, Nancy had shared with me how he, as a young teenager, would demand that she would help him using her mascara to fill in his then thin mustache. Yeah, when he went out on the weekends, got to be ready for the babes, don't you know? Yeah. A question, Sue. Does he use his mascara to help you thin the, like up top there? Another trait is Mark's ability to focus on a single task with uncanny ability. Men can totally ignore things that will easily grab a woman's attention. As they proceed towards their task, men can do this easily. This trait comes very handy when work needs to be done or other critical activities where absolute focus is needed. Mark definitely has this ability. The downside is it can appear as though Mark is blind. Or what? Are you blind? He's not blind. No. He's focused. It can appear as though Mark is deaf. What, can't you hear that? No. He doesn't need his hearing checked. He's focused. To illustrate, I remember going to Mark's house when Marky and Aaron, his two children, were just little. We knocked on the door, and there was no answer. So we knocked on it again, no response. And then all of a sudden, the door opens up. And opening the door are little Marky and Aaron, smiling at us. And they are buck naked. And I said, "Hey, Mark." He goes, "Yeah?" And I go, "Do you let your kids answer the door naked?" And he goes, "What? They had clothes on a minute ago." Focus. That's an example of focus. Now, I tell you this example in case you're thinking, I know what I'm going to do to grab his attention. I'm just going to put on a little sexy thing and that'll work. No, he's focused. If he's watching TV, he's focused. So here's the thing that you can do, Sue, and I have for you a Mag X2000. This little device will help to capture his attention. A little swath up the side of the head, and you have got his attention. If you want to use the other side, that will work too. However, I suggest the blunt one. It really does get the job done. You can't have this one because this is Nancy's for me. I will get you another one. However, Sue, I do want to say that we have seen a change in Mark since you have entered his life. He has rocked his world and shaken his foundation. You're like a celestial body that, with brilliance and beauty, entered his universe. He saw you and he said, "Marky like." And I know that Marky gets what Marky likes. But you, Sue, have altered his normal course of action. Thankfully, his condition has been tempered, and the sun has returned to its proper place. It rises in the east and sets in the west. His universe has changed. It is quite the change, but it is because of you, Sue. You brighten his day. You have become the sun that warms his body and brings a smile upon his face. And like a flower, he follows you as you move. When it is dark, you are his moon that gently and softly caresses him, giving him comfort, illuminating his night. And by you, he counts his days. You become his stars, which he gazes upon in wonder and admiration, and you help him find his way home. You are his treasure. And though we are thankful for some of the changes, it is not the reason for our fondness as a family towards you. We see Mark's happiness. He is happy, and that makes us joyful and makes you dear to our hearts. But Sue, we also see what Mark sees in you, the beautiful, wonderful, and unique you. And because of who you are and not what you have done or do, that we all likewise love you. So Sue, on behalf of our whole family, we welcome you to Sue. Mr. Toastmaster. Thank you, Jim.